this is our Adventure to Ghana vlog 7, 8, 9, and 10, all combined into one vlog. Now, we've been pretty preoccupied as well as tired with all of the tourist sites that we've seen throughout the last leg of our tour. And now that we're at JFK Airport, I don't know if you can see those planes and stuff outside and hear the noise waiting on our delayed flight, we thought it would be best to just muster up the energy to recap the last couple of days.
Alright, so let's start with
number 5.
Alright, so number 5 was the historical museum that we went to of the past Ashanti king. Now, it was really interesting. Ashanti is a certain tribe. It's a name of a tribe within Ghana, and they've been around for over like 300 years, more so than that. And it was interesting. It was kind of like a wax museum and an artifact museum, so we got to see documentaries about the kings. The latest king right now is called Prempeh II, and it was interesting to see how someone becomes a king, how they choose their queen, and the kinds of things that are mandatory for both citizens and kings to do.
What got me interested the most is the king's lifestyle, their traditions and values. I didn't know that the king, his feet cannot touch the ground.
But
even when he showers, his feet have to be on top of something. It cannot touch the ground, or else they strip him from the right of being the king.
Can you imagine your kinghood just being gone because you didn't, like, your bare feet touch the ground? So yeah, that was interesting to learn.
Number 4.
Alright, so number 4 is the Cape Coast Castle, which is the second largest castle in Africa.
Well, not in Africa.
In Ghana.
In Ghana. There you go. Basically, it was used within back in the days with regards to the slave trade, in which slaves were exchanged for goods such as gold and fruits and vegetables and other things of that sort. And we got to see the slave dungeons. And one thing that really hit me that the tour guide of the castle mentioned was that the ground looked really, it was black and it looked really clay, I want to say clay-like. It was black, like it kind of looked like, you know, when you walk down the sidewalk and you see like gum and it's gone black. It looked like that, the whole ground. So I was wondering what kind of like clay cement was used to, you know, refloor the floor, the ground. And
you would not expect this.
After the airport announcement is done, yes, it was actually, had told me that, oh yeah, what we're walking on right now is actually the blood, sweat, vomit, feces, and urine of the people who were held slaves in this castle over hundreds and hundreds of years that have now become solidified. So I was like taken back. I thought this was cement, but literally we didn't know that we were walking on history, more so than just being in the castle itself. So that was interesting.
Number 3.
Number 3 was Elmina Castle, and the only difference with this castle is that it's the largest castle in Ghana that was involved in the slave trade. And I liked visiting this castle more because we got to see more rooms within the castle. At Cape Coast, we only saw the dungeon, and we were pointed into the direction of where other things were, but we didn't actually go to see them. But at Elmina, we went into every nook and cranny. We saw more of the castle, so that's why I preferred Elmina over Cape Coast.
So what's the difference between Cape Coast Castle and Elmina Castle?
Elmina Castle was built by the Portuguese, whereas Cape Coast Castle was built by the British. So that's another big difference right there.
And the thing is, they're really close by to each other. So the British and Portuguese often battle, start wars with each other. So it was nice seeing the view of the whole castle and listening to the history of it.
Number 2.
Number 2 is being able to enjoy some serious R&R time.
Rest and relaxation.
Yes. So we had some amazing relaxation time. We were back at the Labadi Beach for our last day, and we did some filming for her music video.
Don't worry about that. Let's move on to number 1.
Number 1.
Our number 1 was our tour guides.
They were awesome.
Because they made viewing Ghana an experience of a lifetime for us. Like, we were really blessed to have tour guides like them. They were friendly, they were kind, they made sure that we were safe at all times and that we felt comfortable around them. And a lot of you might be thinking, okay, well, obviously they're going to do that, they want to get paid, but the whole thing is this trip was pre-booked for us, so they already had their money. They didn't even have to show up, right? They've already been paid for, but you know, they came through as they're supposed to, and they just made the experience really fun for us. We laughed, we talked, we got to see the sights, and for me, they made the trip. They made the trip for me.
Yeah, they were really awesome. They took care of us really well. They engaged us in many conversations. They also asked us if we needed anything, if we need to stop by anywhere to get some stuff, or lunch, or use the washroom. One phrase I remember from one of the tour guides, he said, "My ladies, your wish is my command."
Yeah,
that was really
down
sweet.
there they referred to everyone as like my lady, and stuff like that. And it's not like in a creepy pickup way. It's like very courteous.
They were awesome. All of us connected really well. We became really good friends. And it wasn't, how do I say it? It wasn't a tour guide and a tourist relationship. It was like friends.
Yeah.
We're just,
yeah.
it was like a friends relationship. We just had fun. We talked. We joked. She had a fight with one of them. Play fight though.
Joking. We were just joking. Like real friends do. You know, you joke around with each other, but you know, and we still took the sights that we were seeing very seriously. But you know, it was structured, but friendly structured, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was our last top 5 highlight of our trip in a nutshell. So yeah, great. What do you give this trip overall out of 10? Don't lie, you're on camera.
Overall,
nice and loud so they can hear you.
Honestly, honest to my heart, I give this trip a 9 out of 10. And it's because we have such amazing tour guides, and the places we went to were really amazing and memorable, and I would definitely want to come back again.
For me, it is indefinitely as well a 9 out of 10, and the reason why it isn't perfect is because the distances that we had to drive from one attraction to another were ridiculously long. Like, you're looking at 3+ hours just to get to one location that we would stay for 20 minutes. And although that 20 minutes was fabulous, we were dreading going back into the car to sit for another 3 hours and, you know, just to get to our hotel. But aside from all of that, it was an amazing trip, an amazing experience, and I'm glad I got to go with one of my best friends. So, yeah.
Thanks for taking me.
Definitely.
Okay. So this is really sad, but that's it for the Adventure to Ghana vlog. So we're going to close this by saying,
thanks for watching.